And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we are inside of our entanglement world, and today it's a special episode. It's episode 26. So originally the world tour was supposed to be episode 25. However, due to the wither fight happening, I considered pushing it back to episode 30, but I think we're just going to do it here, episode 26. And yeah, so I figure I started kind of in our base, but I'm going to start the world tour over here. I just always start every episode there, so I was having trouble not starting it there. But yeah, so back here, this is where we started this series at. I came into my side, bedrock walls, which are just barely out of render distance in those two directions. And I came out of the jungle, I found the swamp, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not settling in a swamp. And I come over this way and we have a plains biome. So I ended up settling here. I built this first and foremost. This is our kind of glass house. I kind of wanted, kind of an open, airy feel. And I feel like it worked out pretty well. I'm quite happy with this. We still have our enchantment table here, and we have a couple chests just because I was too lazy to move everything over from these. But there's not much important stuff in any of these. And then down below, we have our just any plant farm. Basically, come at it, you hoe the ground, you place seeds, and then I don't know why I put cocoa beans in my hand, but yeah, you place the seeds, you step on that, it bone meals it, breaks it, away we go. And there's just that slight delay between when you press the pressure plate and when the piston breaks, so that it'll bone meal in time. And then over here we have what was our automatic chicken farm. Nightmare accidentally cleared entities after the wither fight to get rid of the wither. And yeah, now there's there's no chickens in here, which actually I can fix, but with this I'm gonna just put a couple chickens in there so they still exist, so I can feel better about myself. And now there's a couple free chickens too. But yeah, basically the chickens lay eggs, it drops down into a dispenser, which then whoops, I just realized that that's only one block, which then is attached to this redstone clock usually, but I have this block which comes down to make it so that it doesn't happen. But yeah, it's a pretty basic thing. I can hit that and it'll start spitting out the eggs, and the chickens will fall down there. And then I have this crusher which turns on and kills any chickens down there. That way, I have an easy way of killing them. I don't have an easy way to collect the stuff, but that's a story for another time. And yeah, that's kind of where I plan to put all my gadgets. I only really ever ended up making a couple, so yeah. And then if we come over here, we got our farms. Which is legit just a large wheat farm and our melon farm. And then this is the thing I used to grind a lot of acrobatic levels early on. I just kind of went back and forth through here. And then as we come back over this direction, I'll get to this stuff shortly. This is going to be a pretty long episode because we're going to have to go through Riptide and Nightmare stuff too. So bear with me. But over here, we got our seed into bone meal system, basically to take the extra seeds from this beauty and turn to seeds. And then this is our automatic flower farm. It automatically bone meals the ground and then breaks it like so. It's very nice for flowers and seeds. This has actually been really handy for trolls and stuff like that involve dye. But yeah, it goes pretty quickly. But yeah, then we come over here. We got our bamboo farm. This I made because I was using a lot of bamboo in my trolls. And yeah, so it's nothing special. It's legit just a pile of bamboo. But it was useful. I used a bunch of it for trolling Nightmare and Riptide, so it worked out. Then over here we got legit, this is just where I place my 2x2 trees. And this is where I moved to training my acrobatics for a while. Because, yeah, I was able to make something a little more hideous than I had over there without ruining the landscape. And then as we come back over here, we got our cow farm, which is a bit full. You know, it's to the point that if we had any more, they'll take entity damage. Okay, they are taking entity damage. Yeah, so when Nightmare cleared entities, killed all the cows, he refilled it. I remembered that they were dying due to entity damage, so I was like, Nightmare, since you're going through and, you know, being a good guy and replacing the stuff, which was actually pretty nice of him, because even though he did make the mistake, it was still nice of him to, you know, feel bad and clean it up. I really appreciate that, because not a lot of people do that. But I was basically like, yeah, just fill it up to the point they're taking entity damage. So that's what he did. There's a bit more than 4, I think, but it shouldn't be too far off. Over here, this was where we kept the skeleton horse, but it's gone now. Not a big deal. It's, you know, it was not a big deal at all. Then over here, which I actually need to put a new minecart with hopper on this. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll put a new one on this at some point. This is our gunpowder farm. I wanted some TNT in case I ever want to go blast mining in the nether without using beds, because TNT is easier. Down there is where I had a minecart going around just for AFKing, because I don't know, at the time I was like, oh yeah, you know, if I put a minecart and I go around on minecart, maybe more mobs will spawn because it won't think I'm AFK, but I don't even know if that's the thing. But yeah, over here we got our bridge. This is what connects our old base to our newer base. This was also handy because even if it weren't for the new base, this is the direction, as you can see by the beacon of the middle, which connects all of our bases. And I'm lagging a bit, but based off what I'm doing, it's not a big deal. And yeah, you can, oh, wall came in sight for a moment. Yeah, there's the wall. Then over here, we got our little jukebox thing. It's nothing pretty, but like I think I like it more every day. I was actually talking to Riptide, and he was like, the first time I saw that disco thing, I really wasn't sure about it, but it's really grown on me. And you know, I don't feel quite the same way. I really liked it after I built it, but I like it even more than I did before now. Especially like the roof going a different direction than the floor. I really like that. But yeah, then as we come over this way, we get to our newer stuff, which I still haven't filled in a lot of back here, but we got our smelting system, which isn't perfect because I wasn't able to put double chests due to the ceiling. What I'll probably do is put like leaves over the ceiling or something instead of stone brick, like leaves and then stone brick, or just bring it up layer at some point. I don't know, but I'll probably try and do something. But yeah, we just got some stone in here, quite handy. And this is our most recent build on this world. And then as we come over this way, we got our main base. This is our base of operations. If you look out over that way, you can kind of see the area I cleared out to get back to mid. That used to be just a giant forest. Like, yeah, it was pretty psycho. It's too bad there were no jungle temples in any of the sides. But as we come up here, I really like this build style. It's actually one of my favorite build styles I've done. Due to the, you know, because I don't play on this world as much as I probably should, you know, it's not super finished or anything. So, like, it's not my favorite build of all time, but this is probably my favorite build style I've ever come up with. I really like it. And as I don't really care if I did this. I really should have found a better way to do this. But this is where we keep our villager. He's a mending villager. He got killed when entities got destroyed, and so did the bed. Man, a lot of stuff's gone that I need to replace. And, you know, it's stuff that was too minor to bother Nightmare with, because I was basically like, yeah, fix the cows and get my mending villager back. Don't bother with anything else. I'd feel bad if he spent too much time, even though he was the one who cleared entities. But yeah, so mending villager, this is where he lives. If we come out here and go across this actually nice looking bridge, I kind of want to make that bridge kind of like this, but I'm too lazy. We got our chest room, which we have a lot of chests in here. Like, I was not expecting to be able to fit so many chests, but this actually worked out really nice for a chest room. Like, we're only really using this side and like 3 of the chests in the middle. And even for these, there's no spot I think that I have anything on the 3rd chest. No, I have some in the wood. But besides that, I don't. Okay, I also have clay. For the most part, I don't have much on the 3rd layer of chests. There's some layers, there's some on the 2nd layer that don't have stuff either. Out of these 6 chests here. And then all the bottoms have stuff. And there's like gray stained panes from Troll with Riptide. But yeah, so then if we, well, I guess I should go check it out. If we come over here, we got our kind of pathway down to the caves. I have a spider grinder, but it's legit just a pit. I don't see any point in going down to it for the world tour because it's really nothing special. But regardless, if we come over here, we got this, you know, it goes down. It's nothing beautiful, but using kind of that layered roof style, which I had to put the torch due to mob spawning, but it really makes it look nice. I did the same thing in the castle build me and Riptide had for our 1 hour build battle against Manta and your boy Blazer. That was a ton of fun. Yeah, I did kind of the same thing with, I think it was the blacksmith area. And yeah, so then we can come out this way and reach mid. I'm going to run over to Nightmare's base real quick, and we're going to stop by his place first just because it's close. Well, actually, wait. No, I need to show this first. I totally forgot about this. Here we have our toll gate, which basically you can throw in an item. I say no junk blocks, so cobble, dirt, diorite, you know, that sort of stuff, which I still do it anyway because it's my gate, so I can. And yeah, then it lets you in. The messy, horrible redstone that I could probably do a lot better now is back here, which I have. Why is that torch there? What? I don't remember seeing that. Huh? I'm gonna just wait. No, that it must have been there, but okay. One sec, guys. 1 sec. Okay, yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah, this belongs here. It's the redstone signal, which then it's back down this way to power all this stuff, because the comparator notes that it sends a signal. Then it activates that torch, which, yeah, this is complex and messy to the point that even I don't really know how it works. Like, the fact that I got this to work is a bit of a miracle. I could almost definitely make something better now. But I'm going to just I like that for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to run over to Nightmare's base on his side. Okay, so here we are at Nightmare's beautiful base. I actually haven't been here in a sec, so there's some new stuff I haven't even seen. But we're going to take a look around. I feel offended he broke all the flowers that were on the ground. I worked so hard to put him. He's still has, you know, all the flowers next to here and some of the ones ranging up there. And he left all the bamboo, which is nice. I placed all that bamboo. Yes. But, yeah, so over here has this bee area, which has a bunch of flowers so that the bees won't wander off and they'll stay close to their beehive. He's got his, wall of something. It's hard to read. It's Wall of Fame, which has, oh hey, I'm on here. But yeah, he's got a couple people on here. Pretty cool. He's got his mushroom farm. I sold him his first mushroom, which started all this, for 5 diamonds. So, you know, technically I sold him 5 brown mushrooms for 5 diamonds, but he only needed 1. I feel like I might have ripped off a bit. I haven't seen this before, so this is where his nether portal's at. I actually really like this. This is pretty cool. He's clearly done more in the nether than I have. I have not touched it at all. I've been super worried about it. But yeah, then if we come back over here, we got his villager area where he keeps his villager who's still locked up like that. That was actually from me. Whoops on that. But I was trading with this dude for like, it was a really long time. It was at least half an hour, probably longer. I did a lot of tapping out and doing other stuff in the background. Oh yeah, Nightmare lost his chickens here. He's restarted his cow farm though. And then if we come up to where his actual base is at, which this is where the good stuff's at, I'm not going to do an in-depth, quite as in-depth of their areas as I did with mine, just because you know, I don't even know fully everything they have. Like, I very well could have missed something pretty obvious on his side, but yeah, if we come over to Nightmare's base, back here he has his farms, which, hey, he left some flowers, which I covered in flowers. I covered everything in his base in flowers, now that I think about it. But if we come over here, we got his room, which we got the bedrock. I forget how we got it, but you know, his base. I think it was something that we did after a minigame, and or like, all right, as long as you don't actually place the bedrock, you can keep it. But yeah, so he has a bedrock framed over the front, the top of his bed. But then we have his enchantment room, which he's got stuff in. He's done a lot more than I have, as you can tell by the fact I'm still in iron armor. But yeah, then we got his chest room, which has an Enderman in it, which I'm gonna leave alone. Which he worked pretty hard to sort it all. And oh, he's even separated friendly and hostile mobs out. That's pretty cool. I don't usually even bother with that, though I also normally do double chests. He's done some bartering too. Okay, I'm gonna stop stooping after I look at that. Ooh, fortune 3. Although I have fortune 3 too. Yeah, he's worked really hard on this series. Like it's kind of it's the main series he does on his channel, but yeah, then if we come over this way, we have his mob grinder, which I guess is the last thing I'm going to show from his side before we head over to Riptide, which should be a lot shorter because he's worked a lot harder on a lot smaller of an area than either me or Nightmare did. But yeah, this is his mob grinder. I don't know why there's a dirt block there, but yeah. Yeah, Nightmare's side's really cool. Some stuff has happened to some of his trees apparently, but yeah, he's put a lot of work in. You can feel the effort on his side. Like he's probably done the best job out of all of us, which is kind of funny because he probably has the worst looking house from the outside. It looks really nice once you're actually up there and in it, but from down below it doesn't look very nice. But yeah, he makes up for it with some of his other really nice builds. Like, you know, he did a good job with his villager area with that. All in all, you know, he did a really good job. I guess now I'm gonna head over to Riptide's. Riptide, unlike Nightmare, is like at the edge of his area, like all the way that way. It's excessive. He went a long ways before settling down. I really like Nightmare's path here. It's nothing like super fancy, but it's nice enough. Like, how do I put this? I really like it for, I don't want to say low effort, but like, you know, it's oak logs on the side with torches, but it's still really cool. I really like it. But yeah, so I'm going to be traveling for a while on Riptide's side. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm going to go over this very briefly because, you know, it's his old base. But for the first, like, while of the episode, Riptide lived in this little hole here. This was Riptide's home for a while. Very nice, very nice. He had his farms out here. It looks really desolate, but, you know, at the time it actually looked okay, believe it or not. But, yeah, this was his temporary home. His other home's this way, probably another 300 blocks or so. Okay, so now we have Riptide's area. This is his mob grinder, which actually looks like he uses it quite a bit. He's got his automatic sugarcane farm, which is a pretty basic, you know, observers, pistons, waterway flushes it in. The only problem I have with these systems is sugarcane will get caught along the side sometimes, which is really annoying for me. Sometimes it gets caught on this side too, but yeah, his sugarcane farm's pretty nice, pretty nice. He has whatever this is. It's like a chicken machine. Whoops. Looks like a chicken killing machine. I don't think there's anything in it because entities got killed, but well, actually, looks like they're a little oh, so then that goes into there. So then this runs, but then it also wait, that's not the bucket. A lot of the buckets over here. Okay, okay. So then the observerness is that I'm getting confused looking at this. I'm gonna move on. I'll observe that and figure out how it works later, just because I'm curious. But then we come up to Riptide's area. We got his beautiful house, which we're gonna come into later. And oh, Riptide's bird, which got killed by entities, so Nightmare had to get it back for him. But we're gonna worry about inside of his house later. So if we come down over here, oh, it's his fox. We have his farm, which it looks like he's currently growing wheat and potatoes on. Which then harvest, come down here. You know, the whole 9 yards. I feel like I really should make my farms in my survival world more like this. I'm just lazy. And then, yeah, you can kind of come around his house. Got a nice walkway around. You can see into his bedroom. And then it comes up here and around. And back around. Yeah, this used to all be like covered in bamboo, but Riptide broke it all. I worked so hard placing it all. Yes, I'm reminiscing on my place. But yeah, so we got Riptide's place. We got his furnace room, which I'm gonna just click on everything by default, just like, you know, what does he have here? What does he have here? But yeah, and then we got Riptide's bedroom, which is pretty cool, pretty cool. I really get the urge to jump at any paintings. I like how his bed's set up. I just imagine him like storing his diamonds in one of those barrels and huddling up to it every night. And then we got his enchantment room, which actually, now that I think about it, what did he do with that button? Oh snap! I'm gonna have to actually look for it. But yeah, we found his enchantment room. Now give me a sec for a hunt for wherever he put that button. Okay, there it is. There it is. Yeah, that took a sec. But yeah, so you press the button, you come over here, and you can hop down into his secret brewing room. Which has his brewing stand, an ender chest. That's my stuff, not his, because ender chest, right? But yeah, it's a neat little place. You can go down below to the redstone, which I actually helped with. I mean, I didn't do all that much, but I did some. But yeah, as I said, helped. Riptide still did it. I just helped with it. Okay, but then we can come back up here. And then the last section of his base, which kind of goes down to his basement, where he had his animals. Gonna have to get those back. And also where he keeps all of his chests, all of his stuff. I'm guessing he keeps a lot of his stuff in his E-chest, but oh wow, he has a lot of iron. I mean, I have quite a bit too, but he has a lot. I'm jealous of that gold, specifically in my survival world, because I've been using a lot of powered rails lately. But yeah, so he's got his farm down here too, like his, you know, this isn't his main farm, but this is like his backup farm. He's got weird blocks that go down further. Because this was an underwater lake. Got it. Makes sense. But yeah, so this is Riptide's base. I'm gonna run back to my place for the outro. Okay, guys, so that was our Entanglement world. We've all put quite a bit of effort into this, and you know, I'll say I might not have put as much effort as I could into, but I still feel like, you know, I made my side really nice. I know Riptide, he too, you know, at times have been more focused on other series, but he's still put in a lot of work into his side and made his look really cool. And Nightmare, he's done a great job as well. I don't know, you know, this has really been the main series he's worked on, so he doesn't have the excuse. I'm kidding. But yeah, so we put a lot of work into it. I hope y'all, you know, have been enjoying this series. And besides that, all I have to say is Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.